Good morning, everyone. My name is Gina, Reaine, Chandra, and I'm here as a Deputy Prime Minister. So the motion it says this House, as first-generation immigrant parents of color in a predominant white country, would choose to live and raise children in unethnic enclaves. The reason why may be because if they live in the ethnic enclaves, they will easily pass their heritage and their good cultures and habits to their children that have been practiced for a long time ago, and it can be passed from the one generation to the next generation to the second generation to the third generation, and so on. And if they are out, not in their ethnic enclaves, their children will be easily forget their heritage and culture, and the children will not practice their habits that have been practiced for a long time ago. The children will not know where they come from. The children will get what was by the people, by predominant white people, and the people who lives in ethnic enclaves, they have the same experience. They have the sense of belonging to one another. They belong to a group that have the same experience that happened to their lives. So maybe that's the reason they will choose to raise there in an ethnic enclaves. And in their ethnic enclaves, they also will easily have a preparation classes for learning English, because predominant white country, the language that they speak is English. So as the first generation immigrant parents, their first language aren't English. So if they live in an ethnic enclaves, they will easily to have an access to have a preparation classes for their children and for them to learn the first language in that country, which is English. In that ethnic enclave, they will relate to one another. They will feel safe for them to practice their cultures, their habits also, and nobody will interrupt there in that places. It also will increase family ties. So the family tie will be not broken if they are there, and the cultures also will be not broken. The familiar cultures that they have been practiced will always it will always practice again and still be in there. There are some cases that we found. The place in San Francisco named Little Manila. It was a place for Filipinos people who came from Philippines to United States to have work. But in that place was removed because of the racism that happened. And also there is a village in 19th in New York named Sunnyvale Village. It was a village for African American peoples who lives in there. There are workers, and they were workers, and they were it can be say richest African Americans at that time, but because of the white supremacy that happened, the racism that happened, that village also erased, had been erased. So what we stand on this motion that as first generation immigrant parents of color in a dominant white country would choose to live and raise in an ethnic enclave. And we also suggest that people of color is they can choose to live whatever they want to live without getting oppressed of white supremacy, and they are given the right to raise their children whatever they want, and they can practice their beliefs, their cultures, whatever they want to, and they have the right to do it, and there will be not any racism again that happened to them. And I think that's from us. Thank you. Good morning.